This is KIMA News at 6 with TJ Close, Margie Lynch, Alan Sillant Sports, and Stu Seibel Weather.
People that work hard in this company, that dedicate their lives to this company. There's some people that have lost families to putting hours into this company.
Emotions are running rampant at a local window company tonight.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. 70 workers at Yakima Summit Windows and Patio Doors took to the picket line early today.
As KIMA's Craig Alberth reports, employees are most worried about supporting their families on the wages they make.
$7 to $8 an hour. That's what a majority of workers make at Summit Windows and Patio Doors. The National Gelled Company is offering its Yakima employees a 21-cent increase, but they say that's not enough. That's why they're on the picket line.
You know, there's some of our families that are not happy that we're out here right now, you know, but we're out here because we have to be out here. These people need to realize that we do count more than that window.
Employees claim that others doing work at Gelled plants around the country are making from $1 to $4 an hour more. But a company attorney says there is no uniform pay scale at Gelled plants nationwide. He says different people are doing different jobs. Local management would only say their customers shouldn't be concerned with the strike.
What we'd like to do is we'd just like to assure our customers that we're doing everything we can to still operate and take good care of them. And that's our focus of business today.
But strikers say most customers are not in the Northwest, and management should be giving more of its attention to the workers who've made the company successful. In Yakima, I'm Craig Galbraith reporting.
Meanwhile, about 50 workers at a hop extract plant in Yakima are also on the picket line. Workers have been on the job for 14 months without a new contract. Federal mediation ended in a stalemate earlier this week. Employee Bill Jackson is upset by the company's insistence on random drug testing.
Down our throat, saying you're going to take this or not. You know, this is the way it's going to be. You're going to take that.
Employees are upset over several issues as well. They're asking for pension increases and 3% wage increases. They also want a neutral party to mediate job promotion conflicts that arise. And there is a general frustration from being without a contract for so long.
But they want some changes to this contract, and all of them are out here today, and they've been out all night long, and they pledged to be out here every night until this thing's resolved. So.
Haas attorney Tony Menke says the union has been most empathetic about wage increases. He says Haas employees are paid well at $9 to $14 an hour, more than reasonable for industry standards.
Well, the apple harvesting season is getting an unexpected break with the rainy weather, but local growers hope it doesn't last too long. Apple grower Chris Peters and crew have the day off today because of the clouds and rain. Peters says they don't want pickers to battle the rain while picking apples, but there is concern over harvesting days lost to adverse weather.
If we had a proverbial 40 days and 40 nights of rain, it'd be a problem, just in terms of getting into the field and getting pickers wet. There are parts of the world that know how to pick in the rain, but around here we really prefer not to.
He says the fruit doesn't stop maturing even though the weather is cool. Peters says the rain has been good for the harvest because it helps the fruit develop color at a normal pace. Hot weather places unnecessary stress on the trees, which in turn affects condition of the apples. Harvesting at the Peters Orchard near Wapato will resume tomorrow if the weather improves.
Meanwhile, it's been a year since Stokely USA sold its Grandview processing plant to Agripac of Oregon. Today, Stokely sold its entire operation to Chiquita Brands International for $110 million. Stokely products are sold under private labels as well as Stokely's Finest and Stokely's Gold brand names. Chiquita is a major banana importer. Stokely has been experiencing financial problems for several years. In July of last year, Stokely sold its Grandview facility to Agripac based in Salem. Agripac processes corn and peas and employs 250 workers at peak operations.
Well, the airport board has approved leases for the biggest commercial development in the history of the Yakima Airport. The Yakima Industrial Air Park could create 1,000 new jobs and become a major source of revenue for the airport. Reporter Ken Crockett has our report.
Yakima businessman Mike Mercy hopes to turn 25 acres of airport land near 40th and West Washington Avenue into a major industrial business park. He now has a lease for 5 acres and options on the remainder. If fully developed, the project could generate $135,000 a year in additional rent revenue for the airport.
I hope that everybody can understand the scope of this and what this means not only to this community but to the airport as well. It's very important for us, and we hope to be able to be a catalyst for these type of projects in the future.
Developer Dan Tilley is overseeing the project and expects construction to begin next spring on the first phase of the industrial park.
Well, there really isn't any other type of a project like this in Yakima. There mostly would be found in the larger cities, i.e. Bellevue and Seattle.
Yakima City Councilman John Puccinelli says the industrial park also includes land for the city's proposed business incubator project.
This is just a natural, and hopefully this whole package will come together. People will use the incubator, move out of the incubator, right into the industrial park area. So having them close by to one another, I think they can help one another, they can work with one another. I'm excited about it.
In Yakima, this is Ken Crockett reporting.
The Eastern Washington Growth Management Hearings Board today dismissed an administrative challenge to Yakima County's new comprehensive land use plan. The appeal was filed last July against Yakima County and the cities of Yakima and Union Gap. The appeal claimed that the county's 2015 plan exceeded state growth management requirements and may be unconstitutional. In dismissing the claims, the Hearings Board ruled that it lacked jurisdiction on many of the issues being raised.
We're very pleased. We thought in filing these motions that we had good arguments to make and that we had a very good chance of success, and we're pleased to see that the board agreed with us. So it had been a substantial dedication of county resources to defend it, so we're very happy with this result.
Kirkland attorney Robert Rowley filed the appeal on behalf of 3 Yakima County residents. Rowley says he is disappointed but not surprised by the ruling. Rowley expects today's ruling by the Hearings Board to be appealed. An appeal must be filed within 30 days.
And in just a moment, a recent rash of accidents involving the elderly is raising concerns about driving age limits.
Plus, some Yakima residents are showing their wild side today. We'll tell you what all the excitement is about a little bit later. Stay with us.
Feel the warmth, enduring strength, and lasting beauty of oak furniture in your home when you visit Custom Oak Furniture in our new location on West Yakima Avenue. Custom Oak is Central Washington's leader for quality and value in handcrafted solid oak furniture, built the way you want it, or choose from a wide selection of standard designs offered in our showroom at the lowest prices guaranteed. It's quality, service, selection, and price that sets us apart. Furnishing your entire home, nothing but the best from our house to yours. Visit Custom Oak Furniture at 315 West Yakima Avenue.
I've got 80 pen pals, and they all write to me.
Walmart is part of a program called Trucker Buddy, and Jimmy Smith is our buddy.
It's kind of like a pen pal. They write back and forth.
My kids are located in Guilford, New Hampshire, and that's where we're headed.
The Trucker Buddy program is so kids can learn about different places in the country.
He's wonderful. He is excellent about corresponding with the students.
They write to me and tell me what's going on, and every once in a while, I get to stop in and visit my friends. I'm having a whole lot of fun with this.
Sunshine of Wisteria Book Company, where most special orders can be filled in just 2 to 3 days. And don't forget our books on tape rental service. Sunshine of Wisteria, West Park Mall.
You're watching KIMA News at 6.
A rash of accidents caused by older drivers here lately raises questions about whether there should be a maximum age limit on driving. These kids at Gymnastics Plus in Yakima are learning some important driving skills at a very early age. But is there an age at which people should stop driving? There have been 3 incidents in our area within a month where an elderly driver has accidentally run her car into a building. The most recent involved a 71-year-old Kennewick woman who mistakenly hit the gas instead of the brake and ran into this law office. There were similar incidents in the Yakima Valley earlier this month. But Paul Folks of Yakima says it's not just senior citizens who are causing the problem.
Everybody has accidents and whatnot. I mean, like I said, it's up to the individual. I know several people that are my age that really shouldn't be driving either.
But others say just like there is a minimum age on when you can drive, there should also be a maximum age.
Oh, it's definitely an inconvenience, but I don't know, you injure and kill people, that's not right either. So there's got to be some kind of thing in there, some stopping point, I guess.
Frank Hernandez of Yakima's driver's licensing department says there are no age tests required of drivers other than a sight test every 4 years.
As long as there's no physical impairment that we can see, then we won't test. But if there is a physical impairment that is visible by law, we're required to test.
And while these kids are too young to drive now, someday they'll too have to decide whether they should stop driving. The Department of Licensing also offers courses for senior citizens.
Well, if you bring in an average income, chances are you won't be able to buy an average house. The results of a study by the housing industry show in the Seattle-Tacoma area, less than 25% of the homes on the market are affordable to workers with average incomes. But Yakima Association of Realtors President Roy Sample says the average price of a home here is much lower than Seattle.
Seattle-Tacoma area, I understand, is around $192,000. Whereas the median price for homes in our area, according to the Yakima Multiple Listing Service, is around $120,000.
But Sample says he does notice that more families are struggling to buy homes.
We are having people having some difficulty buying homes, but I don't think anything like you see in the Seattle area.
Sample says part of the reason that house prices are going up is because of growth management regulations and other governmental rules.
Hidden in a massive spending bill, Congress has given itself a cost of living pay raise. The raise amounts to about $3,000 per congressman and raises their annual salaries to $137,000 annually. Washington Congresswoman Linda Smith says she'll try to block the raise. The Vancouver Republicans said Congress shouldn't give itself pay raises while it cuts programs to balance the budget. A spokesman for House Speaker Newt Gingrich said, quote, "It wasn't a pay raise, it was a cost of living adjustment, and that's different." Congressman Doc Hastings' vote on the pay increase was not available at news time.
A few dark clouds out there today, but not a bad day, really.
That's right, not too bad. But earlier this morning, you sure did need one of these. Matt Winston will be here next with the Fair Time forecast. Stay with us.
Experience at work, unique in this valley at Johnson's Auto Glass. 75 years combined experience, Gabe.
75 years combined experience with up-to-the-minute knowledge and training in today's auto glass replacement. We do rock chip repairs, seat covers, upholstery, and vinyl tops.
And Dad, at Johnson's Auto Glass, we've been doing it right since 1940. With a nationwide guarantee.
So bring your car into Johnson Auto Glass. You'll see why our extra effort is something everyone seems to appreciate.
Hi, I'm John Jones with another update on Children's Village. Me and my friends want to thank all of you who have helped make the Children's Village dream come true. The Children's Village is a place where kids with special health care needs will come for help. On one place in Yakima. It's set to open this fall. Stay tuned. The news just keeps getting better. This message has been brought to you by the Memorial Foundation.
Let's hide. He can't hear us.
Digifocus is the digital breakthrough in hearing. Using technology that gives CDs superb sound quality, Digifocus brings you the sounds you've been missing.
Found you. Snack time.
How did you find us, Grandpa?
I heard you.
But how?
Digifocus automatically adjusts to your individual needs and lets voices come through clearly. Digifocus by Oticon, the digital breakthrough in hearing. Call today to experience Digifocus.
The address, KIMA News at 6. Welcome home.
The clouds are starting to leave this evening, and that means cooler temperatures. Temperatures down into those lower 40s this evening, and then even colder, maybe even some upper 30s for lows as we head towards the weekend. But the highs are going to be nice because mostly sunny skies back in the forecast, and that's going to be staying along with us as well. 63 degrees in Yakima, currently 64 in Ellensburg, 62 in Toppenish, 65, Sunnyside, 66 degrees in Grandview. The winds out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour, 60% humidity. Pressure is rising. The high today, 67 degrees, low of 51. Again, a little cooler than normal. All across the region, highs in the upper 60s, lows in those 50s and 40s. Upper 60s, 68 Toppenish, 67 degrees in Sunnyside, 61 Wenatchee, 64 Ellensburg, 75 degrees the hot spot at the Dalles. And across the northwest, temperatures in the 60s and 50s. A little bit of rainfall near Portland today, and as you saw earlier, we did see a little bit of light rainfall across some of the valleys this morning, but all that's burned off, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a pretty decent forecast for the weekend with plenty of sunny skies. Here's what it looks like. Blue skies in the northwest for the next couple of days. A couple of frontal systems to get through for this evening, but by tomorrow this should all be out of the forecast. High pressure rolling in behind it, and looks like decent temperatures and decent sky conditions to go along with it. But with the mostly sunny skies in the afternoons, that means mostly clear to clear skies overnight, and that means those temperatures are going to get cold, some of them flirting right around with the freezing mark at around upper 30s. Tomorrow, 70s, 60s, mostly sunny to sunny conditions, freezing level up to 10,000 feet to the Cascades. Looks like a pretty nice day for you. More after this.
The most important piece of furniture in your home is what you sleep on. Lazy Mattress Company builds only the highest quality mattress sets using only the highest quality new components inside and out. Lazy Mattress sets sell for only about 50% of name brand sets sold anywhere. With Lazy, you choose the size, firmness, guarantee, and most importantly, we show you what to look for in quality before you buy. Lazy Queen sets start at $299. King sets start at $499. Offering more for your money every day, Lazy Mattress Company across from Han Motors.
On the next Baywatch.
Stephanie Holden.
Mitch, the storm's coming in really fast.
She loved life.
We're not gonna die, are we? No, we're not gonna die, Trisha.
And she loved being a lifeguard.
Boat is sinking. We gotta get to the life rafts, okay?
I'll think about you every day. Stephanie! For the rest of my life.
The beach will never be the same on a very special Baywatch.
Mostly clear and cold tonight. Winds out of the west at 5 to 15 and 40 degrees. By tomorrow morning, fair, some patchy fog to go along with it. Winds out of the west at 5 to 10 and 44 degrees. Midday, mostly sunny skies rolling in. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 and 68 degrees. Your high tomorrow with mostly sunny and warm conditions up to 74 degrees. Then by tomorrow night, clear and cold again. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 15, pushing that temperature down to 37 degrees. Extended forecast Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Cool temperatures for lows, but those highs working into the mid to upper 70s and mostly sunny conditions. Your pollen count and molds looking like this. Pollen still awfully low for this time of the year, but mold spores still holding at a very high condition.
So getting better all the time.
It does look nice. Weekend's looking very nice.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
You bet.
In regional news tonight, Oregon Governor John Kitzhaber has agreed to allow the extradition of convicted killer Keith Jesperson to Wyoming. Jesperson, a former Sela resident, is charged in Wyoming with the murder of a 21-year-old woman. The Wyoming governor had sought the extradition so Jesperson could stand trial and face the death penalty if convicted. Jesperson has confessed to 8 murders and is serving 3 life terms at the Oregon State Penitentiary for killings in Oregon and Washington.
Jurors are deliberating in the trial of Barry Lukaitis. The 16-year-old is pleading innocent by reason of insanity to killing a teacher and 2 students at a Moses Lake Junior High. In closing arguments, defense lawyer Mike Frost said the evidence proves Lukaitis' insanity, but Grant County prosecutor John Nodell disagreed.
In other regional news, Floor Daniels' first completed construction on the Hanford Reservation is a major step in removing radioactive waste. It's a 6-mile pipeline to transfer waste inside more than 80 storage tanks. Scott Shapiro has more on this accomplishment.
This isn't just an ordinary pipeline. This is a line that has to deal with some of the most hazardous stuff on Earth.
Ahead of schedule and under budget, this $11 million pipeline is complete. It was built to transport radioactive materials resting in aging tanks.
What it does is make it possible for us to get the waste that's 10, 15 miles away in the 200 West area tanks over here, where in a few years you will see the privately owned facilities put in place to take that waste and to treat it into a final form so we can get rid of it.
55 million gallons of radioactive waste and 177 underground tanks that we absolutely have to move as quickly as possible. This project and those which follow are going to make it possible to do that and to show the commitment to the country that we are going to solve that safety issue.
The most critical following project will be a multi-billion-dollar vitrification facility, which will entomb the waste in glass.
We're not there yet, but this is an important step in having the system that will allow us to get the waste out of the tanks, treat it, and put it ultimately in a permanent disposal facility.
To minimize leakage, the pipeline is double encased, and a leak detection device is wired along the 6 miles of piping. Reporting at the Hanford site, I'm Scott Shapiro.
Sports and tribal fishing on the Columbia River will continue despite conservationists' pleas to close all fishing to protect salmon and steelhead. Fishery managers say increases in fall Chinook salmon runs justify continued fishing. They warn, however, that tribal fishing could be restricted next year to spare steelhead populations. Sport salmon fishing will continue through the end of the year, while commercial tribal seasons will be reviewed each Saturday.
Well, after last night's dreadful bullpen performance, let's hope that the Mariners can come up with a win tonight.
Your old buddy Norm chokered it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Randy's on the mound. He's going to try to repair the damage. We'll talk about that. We have the score from Texas. And we have the best burrito deal in town right there after the timeout.
Gonna like it, gonna love it on the first bite. The farm fresh feeders egg tastes right. We put our name on the line, it's plain to see. Gonna like it, gonna love it, that's a guarantee.
You're gonna love our mushroom burger, a full quarter-pound beef patty topped with fresh mushrooms and all the right fixings. Try it, and if you don't love it on the first bite, it's free, guaranteed. Only from Burger Ranch.
At Budget Office Furniture, we have a brand new look on the outside and great bargains on the inside. Metal bookcases list up to $227, now starting at $29.88. Rolling files list up to $273, now starting at $79.88. Lateral files, 2 to 5 drawers starting at $79.88. So stop by and see our new look and save big at Budget Office Furniture, where we sell more for less, and we do it every day.
I got it!
I got it!
No, I got it!
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
The World Wide Web. You want to join the future, but how do you design an effective website? GB Gifford and Associates will show you how. Our graphic design team and business consultants are leading the way in effective website development and design. Do as these business leaders have done. Contact experienced professionals who will navigate your business into the medium of the future. Contact GB Gifford and Associates.
To purchase a copy of tonight's news, please send $29.95.
Welcome back. Randy Johnson and the gang trying to rebound after the M's bullpen blew yet another one in Texas last night. Right now, Seattle leading the Rangers 2-1 in the third. The Dodgers at San Fran this afternoon, the best race in baseball. Giant Mark Lowe lines into a double play with the bases loaded in a tie game to end the seventh. But San Francisco would get the last laugh with Brian Johnson's game-winning homer in the bottom of the 12th. Those two teams are now tied at the top for first place. Major League owners adjourned their gathering today without voting on realignment. Mariners want something decided soon. Their TV contract is up after the season, and they can't negotiate a new deal without a new schedule. M's want to shift to the National League. Huskies have been practicing in miserable Seattle rain the past few days, but the forecast for the weekend looks much better, except on the Nebraska side of the field. Washington State will take its undefeated show on the road to Illinois. Cougs are favored and nationally ranked after beating up the USC. They kind of like that, although they know they still have to play some football on Saturday.
National exposure is good because it helps in recruiting, but the national exposure hasn't beaten anybody yet or made a block or made a tackle, and our ranking hasn't done that either. But it is good for recruiting, and it's good to get Washington State School, the name, out across the nation.
And the betting folks like Washington State to outfight the Fighting Illini. When it comes to roller hockey, the Yakima Fury mean business. When it comes to eating burritos, the Yakima Fury provide business.
These guys have been skating together for years. When the weather's nice, it's with the ball on the blacktop. When it gets too cold out, they're inside on the ice.
Most of us play ice hockey in the winter, but we basically play from right up till the beginning of ice hockey season and right after, so hockey all year, but yeah.
A few of the Yakima Fury have reached a time in their life when they're about to move on. Some hope to play hockey at the college level. Others just hope to keep playing hockey.
Me and like another guy we're going into the Army, so we're hopefully gonna find some pickup games down in there.
Ethan Wood, a young man who makes a lot of noise with that stick and makes a lot of goals with it too. Ethan's on his way to play in a national tournament in Las Vegas next month. But Ethan also leads the way after the games. Up Tieton Avenue skate the Fury to their favorite fast food burrito bar.
I'll have an Ethan meal, my man. An Ethan meal.
You ever heard of that thing?
Yes, I have. I serve it all the time, every day.
A burrito combo plate so popular, the store managers decided to name it after the brilliant guy who came up with the concept. Yep, Ethan Wood.
Ethan Neal. Ethan Neal. There you go, buddy. Thanks, man.
Ethan, how are those things?
They're great.
So how did it come to be named after you?
I came up with the idea of the deal, and I told him about it, and he just kind of decided to name it after me.
Does it help you play any better?
Correct. A bunch of champions.
There you go. Come up with a concept. Get a burrito named after you.
Yeah.
Why not?
Look pretty good.
All right.
Thanks, Alan. Finally tonight, get your motor running and head on out the highway. The Harleys are on the road in Yakima. Quite an entrance for the spokeswoman for Harley-Davidson Motorcycles at the Rotary meeting this afternoon. Rotary members who are also Harley owners gathered to show off their leather and to share their fondness for the motorcycle, the only brand name in the U.S. Outside, owners proudly put their cycles on display. Fans describe the motorcycle's appeal.
It's not the fastest motorcycle, it's not the quickest motorcycle. It just allows you to sit and enjoy the road, and it's USA, American made, and it's just after you've been on one, after you've owned one, it just becomes almost a sickness.
The bikes displayed represent different models and makes of the motorcycle. Officials say after a few years of lackluster sales, demand is so high for the bikes. Sometimes it takes up to 2 years to fill an order for a bike. In Yakima, the fan club Harley Owners Group attracts people from all walks of life with one thing in common, the love for Harley. You have one of those, don't you, TJ?
No.
Not yet.
I'm not ready for that yet. Well, be sure to join us tonight at 11 for more KIMA News.
April Minister has a preview. April?
TJ Margie, tonight at 11, the FBI recovers millions of dollars from the biggest armored car heist in history. We'll tell you how they did it. And the White House is now an empty nest as Chelsea Clinton and her Secret Service detail head off to college. We'll have those stories and more at 11. See you then.
Thanks for joining us. See you a little later. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.